Good afternoon and welcome to Archbishop Carroll High School, home of the Patriots from the Hill. Nicholas Mastropolito joined by Brendan Ricciardi. Conjoin stream Archbishop Carroll, Carroll Sports Media, and Delco Baseball Now. Should be a fun one. What are you thinking about this matchup?
Well, first off, it is an honor to have this first dual stream here. And really, I love that Carroll has the press box set up. This is probably the best view we're going to have all year. But really, I think that there's one word that describes this game, and it's rematch. Because last year, these two teams played with a right to go to the playoffs on the line. Devon won that game and then won their first-round playoff game here at Carroll. So, for Carroll, that definitely left a bad taste in their mouth, and I think that Carroll's ready to try and get some revenge.
Yeah, the Patriots are looking good. They brought in a few new arms, Jack Stadnicki. They have Bennett Bishop coming back in a couple of weeks. For the Tide, they are also looking pretty solid. They'll be pitching Liam Jung today, and in a pitchers duel, Max Barnes on the mound for Archbishop Carroll. As you see, both coaches exchanging lineup cards. Should be a heavy-hitting pitching matchup, but both offenses can get hot at the right time. What do you think about these two offenses?
Well, I think you can see the difference that when Gavin Moore is healthy compared to last year. I know last year he played through some injury just because he wanted to give his team the best chance to win, but you can tell the difference when he's fully healthy. And I think for the Devon Prep side of things, losing catcher Caleb Flannery, I don't believe for the season, but at least for the foreseeable future, is definitely a big blow when he was really the heart of their order. So it's just going to be about how can the rest of the lineup kind of try and patch things together and kind of recreate him. Nobody is going to individually be able to produce what he can do, but to be able to kind of, like the old Moneyball thing, just recreate him, right? Try and have everybody do their part and get out there and produce.
Well, the Patriots enter onto the field 2-4 overall, 0-1 in the conference after dropping a massive game to Father Judge, allowing 7 runs in 1 inning, 8 errors in that game. The Devon Prep Tide looking for a big victory over Archbishop Carroll today.
Yeah, and I think for Carroll, that's just one of those things where you have to be able to kind of put that behind you, right? Like, obviously that's hopefully you'd say the worst inning that you're going to have for the season in your PCL opener, just to try and put that behind you. And what separates the good teams from the great teams is the mental toughness, not letting that inning define you and really just being able to go about your business and just say, hey, yeah, we had a terrible inning. We had the no good, very bad inning, right? Now we have to be able to get back there and produce. And now from the Devon Prep side of things, they had to face one of the best pitchers in all Pennsylvania in their last game, Brady Guzzi from Conwell-Egan. Virginia recruit had 15 strikeouts over 6 no-hit innings. The junior lefty is one of the top prospects for a reason, and I think for the Devon side of things, same thing. Like, you didn't have much offense against him, but nobody else is really going to have much offense against him either. So I think for Devon, just being able to put that game beside, they scored 8 against Penncrest on Saturday in a win, and they're trying to get into the PCL win column here.
Well, any game that he pitches, Conwell-Egan has a chance at winning, especially because he'll go out there and hit 2 doubles while throwing 15 strikeouts. The Tide enter this contest 2-1 overall, 0-1 in conference play, as just described. But both teams looking for their first conference victory as Christian Lakeman steps to the dish.
And also very interesting to note, Devon Prep just got these gray jerseys about 15 minutes ago, so this is the first time that we're seeing them, and maybe they'll bring some good luck. Who knows?
They look good.
Mm-hmm. They look very sharp. I like the script.
Devon always with nice uniforms. I'm a fan of their basketball baby blue uniforms that they have as first pitch from Max Barnes upstairs for ball 1. Lakeman, a solid hitter at the top of the lineup, takes ball 2.
This is a Devon team that really returned the majority of their lineup from last year. Leckman, Degler, obviously Flannery not playing today. Dugan, a lot of this team is back from last year.
As Barnes, third pitch down low for a ball. Barnes pitching today after Jack Stadnicki threw 101 pitches in his Father Judge outing. Barnes pitched on Friday against Quakertown as he walks the first batter on 4 pitches. Billy Degler steps up to the dish, the second baseman, also a left-handed hitter.
A lot of lefties in this Devon lineup. Johnny Dugan, another one of those we'll see a little bit later on.
Dugan batting in the 4 spot as Degler takes in for strike 1. Barnes delivers the first strike of the game for him. Some colorful helmets for the Tide as Degler takes outside. Got a gray helmet on first, a blue helmet in the box, and a red helmet on deck.
Absolutely, and you're right. Their baby blue looks good. They have baby blue jerseys that they wear as well.
As Barnes' pickoff attempt gets away. The throw to second gets away from Tancredi. He's slow to get up. Heading to third is Lakeman. He'll be in there sliding. Rick Evans' throw offline of Tancredi. He's a little shaken up as he returns to short. I do agree. Their baby blue uniforms, very nice.
I've yet to really find many baby blue uniforms that aren't nice.
That's true.
Also, we've seen a huge uptick in pinstripes in Delco this year. I'll say more of that in a sec.
As the 1-1 inside on Degler.
We got Strathaven, Springfield, Radnor, Marple, Haverford's got them. A lot going on.
2-1. Swung on, popped up in foul territory. It'll be out of play. And the 2-2 the count.
And that's not a bad thing at all. But it was a bit weird when Haven and Springfield played each other and they both wore their white pinstripe uniform.
Yeah, I don't know
someone's got to have an alternate they can throw in there.
I'm a fan of Carroll's new pinstripe. They also have the black uniforms. I like everything that they've done this year. The 2-2. Swung on, fouled back once more.
Do they still have a red jersey in the cycle, or is it just white and black?
I don't think so. I think the red jersey might have been retired, though, if they pull it out for a special occasion.
Little throwback day?
Yeah.
I know Bonner's got some sharp, I believe, gold vests with green
those are
undershirts.
like some tank top jerseys as the 2-2 upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. They have a plethora of jerseys.
You got 4.
Bonner Baseball always gets a good gear drop.
Yeah, even the hoodies, the shorts, the sweatpants.
I saw their Instagram of their gear as the 3-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Barnes sends Degler down as Matt McHugh steps up.
Another lefty here for the Tide. I think that'll be 4 in a row to start the game.
3 straight.
3 straight.
As McHugh fouls back.
We're going back to that last pitch. That was a perfect backdoor pitch where even if he missed, you're not going to get beat there. Might have been a walk, but perfectly located.
Barnes dealing with some trouble with a runner on third. 1 away. The 0-1 inside. Nice stop by McNally. 1-1. Barnes inside on McHugh once more.
Nick, do you think there's any chance we could potentially see Jack Stadnicki in relief, or do you think he's starting Wednesday regardless?
Well, I was told there's a chance if this game, they give up a few runs as there's a base knock up the middle. That'll score the first run of the ball game for the Tide. It's Matt McHugh heading second. Tancredi has him. The throw from Thompson in. As McHugh got the RBI single, decided he wanted to try to stretch it into a double. This will bring up the left-hander, John Dugan.
Yeah, I mean,
4 lefties.
That's 4 lefties in a row. I mean, look, I don't blame them for trying to put the pressure on the Carroll defense there. It was a bang-bang play. If you're going to be aggressive, you can't just pick and choose when you're going to be aggressive.
Yeah, if the runs get out of hand, there's a chance, or if we get into a very close game down the stretch, that Carroll does go to Jack Stadnicki with Roman Catholic coming up on Wednesday. 1-0. Pops straight up. Barnes comes off. McGoy comes off and makes the catch. That'll be 3 away for Archbishop Carroll. 1-0 the score for the Devon Prep Tide as we head bottom 1. Liam Jung steps to the mound for Devon Prep as they lead 1-0 over Archbishop Carroll. Gavin Moore will lead things off for the Patriots.
And Liam will be heading up north, plays college baseball at Bowdoin in Maine. I'm sure there's probably not too many college baseball programs up in Maine.
No. A large right-handed pitcher.
That might be an understatement, too. I believe
Yeah.
officially in there at about 6'8". So I don't know what his official velo is, but as a hitter, it's going to look a lot harder coming in when he's a little bit closer to the plate than a lot of the other pitchers are going to see.
Yeah. Well, the Carroll hitters have started hot, and one of those hitters has been Gavin Moore, who had a slow start to his offensive season last year before getting hurt, and now he looks to continue his offensive hot streak as the 0-0 first pitch from the Tide upstairs, 1 ball, no strikes.
So when I lived in Conshohocken, I'd actually go to the same gym as him, and that kid can lift.
He's impressive.
There's a reason I played club baseball, and he's playing, I guess, high-level JUCO.
The 1-0. In the dirt, 2 balls, no strikes. Moore recently flipped his commitment to Hereford.
One of the top JUCOs in the area. I believe it's in Maryland, I think.
I believe you would be right. 2-0. Upstairs, 3-0. He's hitting some new PRs. He's over 500 pounds. I'm like, how do you do that? And he's only about 5'5". The 3-0. In there for strike one, 3-1 to Moore.
I never know what to say to umps if I don't agree with the call. I don't want to get thrown out.
I think that was the most respectful way he
Yeah.
could have done that. 3-1. Swung on and missed. 3-2.
I know a lot of players will kind of ask, like, is that the corner? Meaning, like, if it's any more outside, it's a ball. Like, that's typically their way of saying that shouldn't have been a strike. No helmet taps here, unfortunately.
And the full count. Jung comes set, delivers. In the dirt, ball 4. Moore with a leadoff walk.
And you can tell Moore really crowds the plate. He's basically saying, I dare you to try and, throw one on the inside part of the plate. If you locate it, good for you. I'm okay with getting hit by a pitch, and I'm going to make you try and go, center cutter outside. Because, it's very hard for a pitcher at this level to consistently hit that inside corner without leaving any over the plate.
So a runner on first. Moore with a lot of speed takes a lead. Couple of jumps inside. Ball 1. Tancredi into the box. Tancredi, a multi-sport athlete. I believe this year he dropped wrestling, but before then he was doing 3 sports: football, wrestling, and baseball. When does he have the time to sleep? As the 1-0 in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Especially with the way travel baseball is these days, you're all over the place during the summer too.
Jung takes a look at Moore and fires the 1-1. Tancredi fouls it back. Now 1-2.
Definitely a big storyline for the Devon Prep side of things, as we mentioned. Caleb Flannery not only out of the lineup due to his injury, but also is not behind the plate. So Will Newbert stepping in here, and as I believe he threw out 2 runners in the Pencrest game, 1 in the Egan game. So I think that obviously the lineup you're missing him, but also it's a D1 catcher behind the plate that you're looking to replace too.
Absolutely. As Moore takes off, there will be no throw from Newbert. It's 2-2 to Tancredi with a runner in scoring position. There was no shot they were going to get Gavin Moore.
No, he had such a good jump on that too. It's smart to not just try and force it, throw things around.
And the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him. 1 away for the Tide as Colin Moran takes to the batter's box. Moran has started the year off fantastic. He's also pitching well. He's got a .75 ERA. He had a great game in their first actual game as he whiffs on the first pitch.
Was that Germantown Friends? Was that the first game?
Yeah. He went 6 innings, no earned runs, and had 2 RBIs in that game, and has kept riding that hot streak. Jung outside, 1-1. Newbert, good job to back that one up.
Get you some scores around the area in our next stoppage. Got 6 other games going on today.
Much appreciated. The 1-1. In there for strike 2. 1-2. Jung trying to work out of a pickle with man on second. 1-2, fouled back.
Little jump scare.
Just a little bit. I've learned to kind of stay calm. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him going. 2 away for the Tide as McNally comes to the dish. McNally went 4 for 4 in their game against Father Judge. He's probably been the hottest hitter for Archbishop Carroll. And he's got to kind of just continue to find the zone. McNally not with a lot of pop, but as you could hear, people enthusiastically wanting McNally to stay warm, as he doesn't have all the pop, but he has the ability to drive it down the line, find the gaps, and he's got the speed to extend hits into extra base hits as the 0-1 fouled back 0-2.
Couple quick updates here. Springfield took down Kent at 5-2. Haverford leads Stoga 2-0. Pencrest leads Strathaven 6-0 in the first. O'Hara and Lansdale Catholic scoreless. Bonner trails Wood 1-0, and Sun Valley leads Great Valley 2-0.
A lot of good games around the area as the 0-2. Tapped foul. Nice bare hand on the Tide side.
It's former Malvern Prep pitcher Gavin Grande.
Can't say he's familiar with making barehanded plays out there, but
I hope not as a pitcher.
With the train in the distance, the 0-2 upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Do you like that background, the scene in the back with the train going by?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely unique. I know some schools, or different stadiums, you get different things. Like O'Hara's kind of got the Blue Route out there in right field too.
The 1-2. Jung delivers. Fouled back once more by McNally. With Barnes on deck. Patriots down 1-0. Jung delivers. Inside, gets away from Newbert. No throw to third. And now Gavin Moore has sprinted his way to third base.
Yeah, the thing with Gavin Moore there is both times he did not hesitate. The second that ball went in the turf, he was ready to go. And if you second guess yourself, then you're in trouble.
Absolutely. 2-2. Little dribbler. Will it stay fair? It will not. Foul ball. McNally will face one more. I think McNally wants to keep this going so he doesn't got to sprint back to the dugout and put on that catcher's gear. as the 2-2. Upstairs, 3-2. A nice at-bat from Danny McNally. Full count. 2 away, runner on third. The 3-2. Swung on, hit up the middle, bouncing ball. Will McNally be safe? He will. A hustle single for Danny McNally. Knots us up at 1.
Yeah, definitely hit there. I mean, anytime you're leaving your feet, I usually think hit. I know it wasn't the easiest play. I mean, I would say Connerty will probably tell you that he should have made it, but that doesn't mean, I'm going hit there. It kind of was a little bit of a knuckler. You could see it had some weird spin.
What a nice at-bat. What a nice at-bat from McNally. As he kind of just dribbled it up the middle. It was spinning. It had a lot of spin rate on that ball. As Schreiber comes in to pinch run for McNally.
Bit of a size difference over there at first base.
Now McNally doesn't have to worry about getting that catcher's gear on. He can take all the time he wants. Max Barnes, the batter. 1-0. Barnes lines it to left. It's over the head of the left fielder. Schreiber heading to third. He'll be held there. A double for Max Barnes over the head of Alex Hanna.
Really good hold by Pat Dunn there at third base as well. You want your guys making that hard turn around the corner, but a good job not to kind of get too swept up in the moment and just send him on emotion. He did a good job at controlling that.
And the Devon Prep Tide will have a mound visit with Archbishop Carroll captain. Nick Gilroy headed to the dish. Gilroy moved down in the lineup after a rough start to the season, but he's just saying, all I need is one. He kept telling me all today, all I need is one to bring myself back. And he's all in his head, and if he can get that one, who knows where he'll go this season.
Yeah. It's a tough sport to be in your head for sure, but like you said, big spot, doesn't get bigger than Delco Baseball Now Game of the Week, right?
Jung's pitch in there for a strike. Just caught the outside corner. 0-1. Outside in nearly the same location as the last one, just a tad bit outside, and the right call from the umpire. 1-1. 1-1. Gilroy puts it in play. It's going to find a gap. Gilroy will be on with a single. Barnes coming home. It'll be a 2-run single for Nick Gilroy. 3-1. Carroll leads over the Tide with a big first inning.
Yeah, I think Johnny Dugan was a little frustrated that ball was cut off. It's kind of hard to hear sometimes what the call was. I think he would have been safe regardless. But yeah, just sometimes that ball is right there. It's hard not to instinctually catch it. But I think as the catcher, you got to be a little louder there, just saying whether to leave it go or to cut it off.
All he needed was one. As Rick Evans steps into the box, Evans playing second. They had to find some replacements for Jalen Tidwell at shortstop, Dylan Burns at second, and Evans has been that replacement at second as the pick attempt at first. Gilroy gets back, but they found a replacement at short in Cole Tancredi, and Tancredi was going to be that second baseman. They had to go to somebody, and it was Rick Evans who has been hitting fantastic as another throw over.
Yeah, and that's why all those non-conference games and scrimmages at the beginning of the season are so important, because you got, especially on a team like this, guys just trying to, they're playing for their jobs.
And Evans has proved himself to be in the lineup. 0-2 the count after Jung puts it right down the plate. Gilroy with a leadoff first. Jung checks back. Will he throw over once more? He will not. He'll deliver. Swing and a miss. He struck out Evans. 3 away as the Tide head to the top of the second, down 3-1. So we take a break. Tide are set to go. It's Alex Hanna. The batter, Barnes, delivers inside for a strike. Whew.
Yeah, and this would be really a big
Caught the
shutdown
corner.
inning for Barnes here. You have all the momentum after that 3 runs in the bottom of the first. If you can get your team back in with no runs on the board here.
As Hanna ropes it to right, it'll be a foul ball. And now it's 0-2 to Hanna. Barnes shakes off McNally, now agrees. McNally sets up high, takes a hop. Strike 3 called on the outside corner, got him looking. 1 away for the Tide.
I mean, it hit that. He hit the spot that, it was set up for on the outside part of the plate. It could have been a bit out, but, I mean, 0-2, you're probably looking to get a piece of it.
McNally was setting up quite high. I think that took the drop that Barnes wanted it to. That was a beautiful pitch. Just upstairs to Tesfaye. And he pops it straight in the air. Thompson coming in, Moore coming in. He'll call off Evans and make the catch. 2 away on loud contact from Caleb Tesfaye. Now it's the shortstop, Austin. The 1-0 swung on and missed. What do you see in a batter like this?
Like in this situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just trying to find a way to get some more pitches out. You know that you're probably not seeing Carroll's top pitcher today.
It's popped straight up in the air. Moore coming in. Can he make the grab? A sliding snag for Gavin Moore, putting away the Tide in the top of the 2nd inning as we head bottom 2. Ryan McGoy will lead off for the Patriots as they lead 3-1. The Tide hitless in the top of the 2nd.
Is this Matt's brother?
Yes.
It's always hard. You tend to assume it's brother, but we've seen sets of cousins come through and play in this area. My Strathaven team, we had 2 really good players that were cousins, and everyone's like, "Oh, they're brothers, right?" I'm like, "Actually, no, cousins."
Matt McGoy down at Northampton now, alongside Drew Mulligan.
That's right. Aiden Pearson from Marple also on that squad.
As Ryan takes upstairs for the 1-0. McGoy moved to 3rd with Barnes pitching today. A usual shortstop role occasionally if Tancredi not playing is take strike 1. 1-1 from Jung. Inside. 2-1. To McGoy. In there for a strike. 2-2 the count. James Devon on deck. McGoy ropes it to right. Caught by Dugan.
That's not an easy play out there with a wind, too.
No, not at all.
I mean, sometimes I haven't played too much outfield, but you hear a lot of outfielders talk about how some of the hardest balls to catch are the ones that are kind of like right at you in the line of your eyes where you don't really know what to do with your feet, but kind of read that one well.
Devon playing left field with Nick Gilroy designated hitting today.
Nice for Carroll to get a base runner here for Gavin Moore instead of having him up 2 outs, no one on.
Devon, a solid left-handed hitter, not a lot of pop, but can get a couple of singles, can get on base, and when he does, he's got a lot of speed to back it up.
Yeah, I think both of these teams are similar in that sense. They got a lot of singles and doubles guys, which, you know, it has its pros and its cons for sure.
Devon can get on, could swipe a bag or two if needed, as strike in there makes it 1-1. He was used last year as a pinch runner mainly and would come into games when they needed some speed on the base pass. 1-1. Hit to right. That'll be a base knock. Dugan slipped coming in to field it, but able to stay on his feet and make the play.
Yeah, and look, that's what you want from your night hitter, right? Kind of try and get on base. I mean, Gavin Moore is your most dangerous hitter, and you'd prefer for him not to come up with 2 outs and no one on.
I think that was the exact situation that you described. That was exactly what you had in mind right there.
Now, you mentioned Devon as a speed. I'm not sure if they'll send him at this point, but we'll see.
I'm not quite sure with one away, but with Liam Jung being a little wild to start this game, there's a possibility we saw more advance on 2 wild pitches. There's a chance if this one gets past Will Newbert, there's a high chance that James Devon takes 2 as they throw back. They notice the speed. They want to be extra careful as it's 0-1 to Gavin Moore. 0-1 waved on. 0-2. Coming high. 0-2. Inside. Nearly got Moore. Makes it 1-2.
I thought that elbow guard was about to get some testing.
Yeah. See, good thing he's got one on there. Throw back to first. Not in time.
Yeah, good job by Tesfaye to keep that in front of him because the way the angle's here could potentially make it to third on that.
Moore with a nice bat today. I haven't seen him use this one yet. I saw you jump a little bit on that.
Maybe a little bit. Like we said, we stream a lot of games. We are not usually right behind the plate because not many other fields have. Sun Valley's got a press box, but other than that, there's not really many high school fields that do.
With all the foul balls that I've gotten to see come back, I've gotten a little used to it now. And
I'd stream every game here if I could.
Devon goes, fouled away. Knew he had the speed in that situation. They wanted to send him, but Moore in a possible hit-and-run situation.
Yeah, I also think you're under the assumption that he's either going to put the ball in play or it's going to be a tough pitch to throw out a runner. So with 2 strikes, I see a little more sense in that.
They'll throw back for, what, is that the 3rd time?
Yeah, do we have a disengagement rule here? High school level?
Unfortunately, no.
I don't think so.
That might have to be the next big thing, as pitch in the dirt, 2-2. That might have to be the next rule, is see it in Major League Baseball. Brings an advantage to the runners. Keeps the game going smooth. 2-2. Upstairs, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Moore worked his way back in this at-bat. And the count full for Moore. 3-2. Runner going. Strikeout. Devon swipes a bag. So 2 away for Cole Tancredi with a runner on second. I think if he can find a hole here, Devon can go from second to home. They're leaving right up the middle, wide open as Tancredi off the hands down the left field line, foul.
I know that one stung a little bit. At least it's not, I wouldn't say, it's not warm, but right now it's not terrible.
Even with the batting gloves on, I would always feel, I wasn't a pro. I played baseball. I was like 8 when I stopped. But I would always feel the batting gloves, even with the batting gloves, it would sting a little bit. A dirty pitch from Liam Jung.
I would throw that again.
That had a lot of movement on it. That
Maybe
fooled Cole Tancredi.
Yeah, that was a little more in the middle. I would probably try and have this middle away.
Yeah. If he leaves it over the dish one more time, it could be a mistake pitch. But if he puts it in the right spot, could get Tancredi going as he gets him going anyway. Strikeout going. 3 away. We had top 3. 3-1 the score. A lot of threes in that sentence in favor of Archbishop Carroll. Tied, set to hit. Max Barnes back out to the mound. Will Newbert steps to the plate. Max Barnes is successful. Second inning of work. Had a good first inning, too. Just an error for the Patriots. Cost them a run. First pitch to Newbert. Swung on and missed, strike 1.
On that last inning, you definitely saw both pitchers start to settle in a little bit more.
0-1. Just outside. 1-1. McNally calls time. Stephen Land on deck, the center fielder, and then back to the top of the order. And Christian Lakeman. The 1-1 outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one. In the dirt.
Good take.
3-1. Swung on and missed. Full count to the first batter of the inning. Catcher Will Newbert. See another train go by. as Newbert fouls it away.
Yeah, there's a lot of good backdrops in the Delco baseball world. I mean, the Haverford School, you have Lancaster Ave right there. Episcopal's got a bunch of nice trees out there. And
3-2. Foul to the same spot. Carroll couldn't make a barehanded play.
No, Devon's definitely up 1-0 in the coach fielding ground balls category.
(3-2). Upstairs, ball 4. Barnes walks the first batter of the inning, and it brings up Stephen Land as, look, another train. How do they keep coming?
Right back to back.
Right behind the other.
They're racing. It's like at the Phillies game on the Jumbotron when they have like the red and blue trains racing each other.
That's my favorite.
Yep.
I wait for those.
Yep. We got a looks like we got a courtesy runner in here. I'll check the roster. It's number 3. Beauty of game changer. I'll take care of that. Figuring out that is
the 0-0 to Land. Upstairs 1-0. McNally will head to the mound to talk things over with Barnes as he walked the first batter, and now 1-0.
All right, well, neither team has the game changer update, but let's see. Yeah, the lineup card that he gave us did not have extra numbers, so we'll just hear if they cheer for him.
The grounder to short. Tancredi on to Evans. Throw to first, not in time. Land will be on as we don't even have to worry about the runner anymore. There he goes. Though I'm a fan of his turquoise, teal, Devon Prep blue sliding mitt.
It's interesting because I like Devon's uniforms, especially the powder blue, but their colors are very clearly navy blue and gold. So it's funny because, like, you know, they'll be playing a game wearing powder blue, and their logo's just the navy and gold for when we post the scoreboard.
And see Land on first. He's got a glove on. He's got a navy glove on, and then he's got the powder blue sliding mitt. Colors don't match there, but
it's like it annoys me when the Phillies wear their alternate powder blues and they also wear the red everything. It's like, no, just get the maroon. You can afford it.
0-1 to Lakeman, top of the lineup.
That's a balk, yeah. That's why you do that, right?
Yeah.
You try and get in the pitcher's head a little bit.
I was writing down numbers, completely missed.
Yep.
Bang, bang.
My brain registered it before my mouth could say it, but the ump beat me to it. It was just that little twitch. It looked a lot like I covered the state championships for PIAA last year. North Penn lost on a walk-off balk to Cedar Cliff, and it looked very similar to that, kind of like as if he was going to turn to first, but just didn't really fully commit to it. I think it's a smart decision here by Coach Pat Dunn to kind of just go out and kind of get him a little recalibrated after that balk.
Yeah, he's really just going out there to tell him that he's got it. He can throw strikes. He's got this. And now Tancredi and McGoy go to him for some extra words.
That count as 2 mound visits? The players and the coaches. I don't know if I'm sure high school has a limit at some point, but we don't get it on the Jumbotron.
As 1-2 to Christian Lakeman. One, two. Barnes checks back the runner. Throw on and fouled back.
Looks like a nice little Carroll student section for me here down the first base line.
And right in the middle is athletic director Tom Quinto. So
Oh yeah,
kind of joining in on the
nice. Hey, that's the culture
the
you want,
students
you know.
here.
Showed up to support the rest of the squad. Good,
Yet
good,
another pitch fouled back.
good bat by Leckman here, just trying to again get that pitch count up, right? It's a long game, 7 innings, we're only in the third.
And now this is a thought of what do you do with Max Barnes if he allows a few more runs? Do you go to Jack Stadnicki? Still got a little while to think about that, but if he allows a few more runs, could come up sooner than we expect. Upstairs, 3-2. The 3-2 fouled straight back. It'll get out of play. As Barnes delivers, lined up the middle, Thompson going back, makes the catch, throw to third, cut off by Tancredi, now on line, not in time. Land will be at third.
That's an unfortunate for Leckman there. It was really a great swing, just hit it in the one place he couldn't. But if there's any consolation here for him, it's at least you got your runner over.
Yeah. As Billy Degler, the batter, first pitch swinging, hit down the left field line, foul once more. Two away, 0-1 the count, runner on third. And the 0-1 outside, 1 ball, 1 strike to Land. Sorry, Land on third. Degler. 1-1. In the dirt, 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one, in the dirt once more, back to back. And 3-1. Degler ahead in the count. 2 away. Barnes, the pitch. Swung on, hit to second. Evans off one, bounce, throw to first in time. Nice play by Evans. McNally with the enthusiasm. Barnes gets out of a jam and no runs allowed. 3-1 the score. We had bottom 3. Colin Moran, the batter. 3-1, Carroll ahead. As we are bottom 3. One 0 to Moran. And Moran hits it out into left field for a base hit. Colin Moran on with a base knock. Runner on first. No outs. Danny McNally, the batter. As throw back, gets away, Moran holds. And now 3-1. Sorry, 0-0. Now 0-1. 0-1 the count.
3-1 the score. So you were right.
I was right. You know, sometimes I don't know what happens. Outside, 1-1. Got the count right that time.
There we go. Also, shout out to the scoreboard for having the time on it, too. It's a nice
True.
addition.
True. Sometimes the time's off, but right now I think it's money.
So good.
Yeah. Moran gets back to first. Jung trying to pick him off.
I was a very, very slow baseball player, so I didn't usually take too many leads. On the bright side, I'm not sure I ever got picked off because I didn't take lead. Didn't have many stolen bases, but didn't have any leads either. I will say I was a smart base runner because I knew my limitations, and you got to just try and get the best jumps that you can possibly get.
Well, that's good. 1-2 outside 2-2.
Nice crowd showing up here down the lines. It's definitely there's a lot of different places you can watch the game here. Up on the hill. Fill the hill, of course.
Families used to sit right behind home plate. There used to be a picnic table right behind home plate. They actually moved it to where the students are sitting.
Yeah,
now,
I mean, the press box being here is a great idea.
With the press box being here, everybody kind of fills in around.
I mean, I'm not sure why it wasn't right here to begin with, but I think
agree.
They were talking on the podcast when we had them in about how sometimes for the right fielders it could have some glare.
That's what they talked to me about when it was in that certain spot. Gavin Moore was having trouble seeing the baseball off of the metal glare when it was sunny outside, and that was a main issue for the Patriots. And they were like, well, where else could we move it? Right behind home plate.
Right behind the plate.
Works well for everybody.
You can see Jung's slider starting to really have a bit more command because it's got great shape. I think early on he was having trouble putting it where he wanted it. He's doing a good job at having it start looking like it's inside to righties that end up as strikes.
0-1, Moran on first as Barnes waves on one.
We got some interesting storylines here. Bonner down 4-0 to Wood. A really slow start to the year for Bonner. They've scored just one run through their first two games and now 3 innings of this game. They also started a bit slow last year and won the Catholic League, so you never really know. But definitely not quite what I expected from what I expected to be a lot better of a lineup.
Well, they lost, a lot of their roster as Barnes swings and misses.
They did lose a lot of the roster.
3. They lost their key pitcher and Mikey Klowanski. They lost a lot of the things that they had last year. Sergio Hernandez over at Penn Crest now.
Yeah.
One of their main hitters, and they just kind of got to find themselves, fit together as Gilroy takes in for a strike.
Yeah, I definitely thought that their pitching would be not bad, but just questionable because you didn't really know who was going to be there. I did not see the offense starting this slow after the run they had last year. I know they lost some important bats, but a lot of them are back.
Yeah, Ryan Friel obviously headlining that as Gilroy, Out to short, throw on to first. In time, 3 away. The Tide. 1, 2, 3. Well, 1 hit allowed in the inning. 1 man left stranded on first. We head top 4. Score 3-1 in favor of the Patriots. Three won the score in favor of Archbishop Carroll. No runs scored in the second or third inning. Both pitchers kind of settling in as the Patriots take a team mound visit. The umpire calling McNally back. Matt McHugh, the batter. The designated hitter. Barnes.
I didn't flinch as bad as he did.
Back to the box. Little jumpy over here.
It's definitely the netting, because
Yeah.
usually you have fence, so it doesn't have as much give. I'm just trying to protect your camera, you know?
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big inning for Devon. You got your 3, 4, 5 coming up here. Really been struggling on offense. Just kind of try to find a way, at the very least, get some base runners, get that pitch count up, because Barnes has really settled in after that top of the first.
They had a runner on third. Barnes was a little wild in that last inning, and he found himself for the last 2 outs of the inning, and he's trying to kind of ride that. Time called.
I will say, Devon's got quite a coaching staff. I see at least 5 or 6 guys throughout the dugout.
As 1-2, outside 2-2. Kamal Egan with a nice coaching staff as well. Anytime you can get a former major leaguer
Yeah, right.
to be on your staff, you're going to be successful. Two low, 3-2 the count. Another train, by the way. We need like a counter.
More trains than runs.
Probably. 3-2, swung on and missed. Barnes gets McHugh going for the first out of the inning. John Dugan to the box. Talk about Tancredi, his 3-sport athlete. Dugan headlining Devon Prep Tide basketball.
A big game, I know, in the state semifinal, 20-something points. I think, good game in the state championship that they won with a well below 500 record.
Impressive, as he's even in the count, 1-1.
Of course, Dugan hitting cleanup for this Devon team, but I believe his future will be on the mound in college baseball. He was unbelievable in the PCL tournament versus Newman Goretti on this field last year.
As Barnes inside, Dugan able to get out of the way. Makes it 2-1. Dugan not overwhelming you with his speed, but he's got the pitch mix and the overall stuff that makes him such a lethal pitcher.
Yeah, and he pounds the zone and trusts his defense, especially when you play on turf.
As he ropes it to right, that'll be getting down the line. Moore gets to it. Dugan, will he round second? He will. Headed for third. John Dugan will be in there sliding. A triple for John Dugan.
As I was saying, his future on the offensive side of the ball. No,
he
great.
might have proved you wrong.
Yeah, right. Great swing there. Hey, listen, it's very hard to two-way at the college level, and from what I've seen on the mound, I'd be shocked if he wasn't a pitcher. But a great swing there, and really deep corners here at Carroll, especially with the turf. It's going to roll.
Yeah.
But if you're Devon, obviously, you want to tie this game up. You have to at least get this one run in.
One away, as it's outside to Alex Hanna. When do you think, as Danny McNally goes to the mound, this is what I was going to ask you, as now McNally wants to go take a visit for Barnes. When do you think Pat Dunn goes to the bullpen?
I think the question, as much as when, is who. As you talked about, Jack Stadnicki pitched last Wednesday. They probably don't want to throw him too much in this game.
Colin Moran also pitched Friday, so, you could also go to him, but
Who would you
you're
expect?
limited. I would possibly expect Gavin Moore. As Hannah. Oh!
Thud.
That hit a car.
I don't know if it hit a window, but it definitely hit a car.
Everybody trying to find which car it was. 1-2. One, two to Hannah. Pops straight in the air. Thompson coming in, calls off Devon. Dugan was ready to go. Barnes backs it up. A high IQ play from Max Barnes. Way to back that one up.
Yeah, because you see a lot of times pitchers, it's usually more on hits than it is on sac flies. A lot of the times pitchers are just so mad at themselves for their pitch that allowed the hit that they kind of just stand there and feel bad for themselves, but you got to know where you're going. A lot of the time behind third, that time behind home. Really good job and one pitch away from getting out of it.
Dugan was halfway down the line. Had that gotten past McNally, there was a good chance he comes home. First pitch to Tesfaye upstairs for a ball. Tesfaye pops straight in the air. Once more, Moran under it, makes the catch. Max Barnes escapes a second straight scare, and the Patriots head to the bottom of the fourth inning, ready to hit. 3-1 the score. So we take a break. Bottom of the 4th inning, Rick Evans up to the dish. Was batting .455 coming into the game as that one. First base coach Zach Coyle able to get out of the way of that one.
Yeah, that's not one of the ones you're going to try and make a play on. You're getting out of the way. That
you
was a
might
hot
write
shot.
me up for saying his full name tomorrow, the disciplinarian, but
Hey,
let's
you know
hope he
what?
doesn't watch the full way through.
On here, he's the coach. He's not he's not a teacher
Right.
or a dean or whatever his job is. He's, when you're on the field, you're a coach. I loved it when I was briefly substitute teaching, and I just went back to my old high school and was just calling all the teachers by their first name. And they're like, I mean, you can do that. It's just kind of odd, right? I'm like, yeah, well, you're not Mr., anymore.
0-2 to Evans.
We got
Inside.
some action in the Carroll bullpen here. Not
Looks like it's Colin Moran getting ready to warm
we
up.
got number 11.
Kind of what we expected. Pitched Friday, but he's that number 2 guy that they kind of piggyback Barnes off of.
Yeah.
And that's what they did on Friday against Quakertown, as Evans down swinging.
Yeah, and I think when you have a pitcher like Jack Stadnicki, you want to try and keep him, A, as a starter as often as possible, but B, just kind of on that rotation of like, hey, you're pitching every, Wednesday or whatever it may be. Like you don't want to – it's a long season. You don't want to try and, mess up his arm, especially when you're not sure what you're going to get from Bennett Bishop. Hopefully good, but at the end of the day, you don't know.
Obviously, there was a chance Patriots could have went to Moore, they could have went to Nick Gilroy, but with how the Tide have been lining things into the outfield, the most intelligent thing to do is take Moran out from first and put Barnes in at first instead of taking away your 2 best outfielders, as McGoy up the middle, fielded cleanly over at short by Conatee and thrown on to first for out number 2, James Devon.
Yeah, definitely some very clean defense on both sides today, which I know for Carroll is very good. I don't know how defensively that Quakertown game went, but I know that Judge game definitely hurt for them in that regard. And for being a turf field, like there's still a lot that goes into good defense, whether it be footwork, whether it be throwing, whatever it may be. And as you mentioned, first base a little chewed up over there.
So a lot that goes into it. As last AB, you manifested a James Devon single.
That's right. We'll go up the middle this time. Why not?
Okay. As he got on for Gavin Moore and even swiped a bag. First pitch in for a strike, 0-1 the count.
A lot of first pitch sliders from Jung, and he's locating them for strikes, so it's hard to blame him.
I think Carroll was all over his other pitches, and the slider has really worked for him. As Devon fouls it back. Especially his fastball. Carroll was all over it in inning number 1.
We've pretty much only seen 2 main pitches from him, fastball, slider. I mean, at the high school level, if you have 2+ pitches, you can get away with it. Maybe in the college level, you need to kind of work on that third pitch. It's usually a changeup. Sometimes you go curveball and slider, but at this level, you can usually get away with it.
He's mixed in a few others as Devon over to right. Dugan makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down for the Devon Prep Tide and Liam Jung as we head top 5 when we come back.
Real quick, I'll just give a couple of score updates while I have everybody here. Cardinal O'Hara leads Lansdale Catholic 5-0. Really great start to the year for the Lions. They beat Ryan 11-1 on opening day. Monsignor Bonner offense still struggling a little bit. They trail Archbishop Wood now 4-3. They came back a little bit. They scored 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. Conestoga and Haverford are playing. Haverford leads Conestoga 6-0. Haverford, just an unbelievable start. They're the number 1 team in our power rankings, and they've earned it. Pencrest leads Strathaven 6-3. That game was once 6-0, now 6-3. That's now 9-0 O'Hara. I think someone might hit a grand slam because it was 5-0. No, we had a 3-run double. So 9-0 O'Hara. Sun Valley trails Great Valley 8-3, and earlier today, Springfield beat Kennett 5-2. First ever appearance by Springfield in our power rankings. It appears the Pencrest players were not thrilled about that one last night, but you know what? Springfield beat Radnor, who at the time was our top team. They earned a spot, and we'll see if Devon Prep is not eligible for our rankings because we do just Central League teams and teams located in Delco. They fall just outside the Delco bubble. Got to cut it off somewhere. because
But
we
they got a lot of Delco guys.
They do, but if we included them,
Yeah.
we'd also have to include Malvern Prep, and they
That's
would be
true.
one every.
That's the truth.
They'd be one every year for the rest of our lives.
That's
They
true.
might not ever leave that spot. So you got to cut it off. I think it's fair that we do Delco teams and then Central League teams. Got a couple of teams like Lower Merion, Harriton, Conestoga that fall right outside Delco, but they play in the Central League. So to me, that's good enough.
Well, we'll see what this team and Archbishop Carroll can do to kind of slide into those rankings.
I think that Carroll and O'Hara absolutely can find their way in.
As Cardinal O'Hara also lost a lot of their core last year, but they're looking to kind of keep things going as first pitch swinging over to McGoy, thrown on to first in time. That was Austin Conatee, the shortstop, and now the catcher, Will Newbert.
Yeah, going back to what you said about O'Hara, they're basically the opposite of Bonner in that sense. They lost a lot of their hitters, but returned the majority of their pitching staff.
They still have Jack Quinn.
Yep.
That is the main piece to their pitching staff.
Yep, Adam Schreiber and Podrick McManus, who missed most of last year's back, so they got a solid squad. I think there's a chance that between both of these teams, Bonner and O'Hara, I think we could see all four of the teams that we cover make it into the dance. We'll see. I know the Caleb Flannery loss for Devon's brutal, so we'll see if they're able to overcome that.
1-1. Up and in, 2-1. Barnes can get out of this inning as Jack Stadnicki begins to stretch in the
interesting.
bullpen. Just a couple of stretches with the armband.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you trust that your staff can take care of Roman and you really want to go all in to win this game, I understand it. And, you know, if he only throws an inning, maybe two in this game, then you could also have him available to pitch in that game.
I think the hope could be, if you're that confident in your boys against Roman, you know, for him to only go 3 innings in that game was kind of, you know, a goal, you know, to kind of check that off, only go 3 innings, and then if he goes 2, he could definitely still go 3 innings on Wednesday. But in such a tight game like this, you want to get it done against a good team as it's fouled straight back by Land. Stephen Land got on with a base knock, one of the 2 base hits for the Tide. As
Heads up!
runner goes, pitch fouled back. Did not hit a car that time, lands onto the grass.
I made sure to park in the parking lot.
Smart man. Do they go again? I believe that's a pinch runner for Newbert.
Yeah, courtesy for the catcher. Not sure on the number on that
Pinch
one.
runner, I believe that's number 3. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Max Barnes.
That might be it for Barnes here. We'll see.
As Pat Dunn
At least maybe trying
heads
to.
out to the mound. He's got Jack Stadnicki in the bullpen. He's got one other pitcher warming up.
I would guess that maybe.
Can't see from the dugout here.
Yeah,
That's it.
I would guess. Looks like that's it for Barnes.
That'll be it for Max
Oh,
Barnes.
no, and not.
Wow.
Guess trying to give some guys some time to warm up a little bit.
I mean, he's got one more out. I think he can get out of this, but with how they were all fist bumping, it looked
That-
like
no, it
looked
absolutely
like that
did.
was it for Max
Especially
Barnes.
because you said if it was for Moran, he would probably just stay in and flip to first base. So
Yeah, that would most likely be the route that they go if Max, they go with Colin Moran. They would throw Max Barnes at first base as he faces the new batter. It's the top of the order, and Christian Lakeman. Scary top of the order. They're familiar with what Barnes is throwing now as it gets past McNally. The pinch runner will be at second.
I would guess one way or another this is probably the last batter here for Barnes.
Now they're familiar with what he's throwing. They kind of can see him a lot better than they could in inning number 1 and 2. First couple times through the order as Moran raced to the bag. He gets it. Max Barnes escapes the inning once more. What an outing for Max Barnes as we head bottom 5. Gavin Moore, the batter, bottom 5. As first pitch in the dirt, Moore swings.
We saw someone from the Devon prep side starting to go to the bullpen to get loose.
Absolutely.
It was number 18, so we'll figure out who that guy is.
As I'll let you know in just a minute.
I'm going to try and beat you to it.
That might happen.
Hey, tough for 2.
I got Brady Doyle.
Moore
warming up.
0-2.
Brady Doyle warming up for Devon. We'll see.
The 0-2 swung on and missed. Moore pushed out of the way. Still going off the bag. He's safe. And he's not safe. He's called out. But from our angle, Moore looked safe.
Definitely a very odd. It looks like I think the ump's trying to say that he tugged his shoulder. I mean, there's.
Now they're going to have a chat to figure things out. But
definitely an odd
there
scenario.
was a lot that happened in that. Could have been catcher's interference, possibly. Moore tries to hustle out of the box.
I think that's what Moore was trying to argue because he kind of turned back like he got in the
Moore
base
tries to
line.
hustle
Well,
out
they're
of the
calling him out
box.
either way.
They're going to call him out. All right, so Moore will be out.
Next time.
But he thought that Newbert had it, and instead he stopped hustling and
Heads up!
out. Number 1 for the Patriots.
I think Gavin was trying to say that the catcher was in the base path.
Which was, he was really outside of that home plate.
That slider's really working for him here.
But either way, that was a nice play from Tesfaye to adjust, as now the focus is in on Cole Tancredi down 0-2 with 1 away. Tancredi fouls it back once more, and it's onto the road. Last baseball left until they go recollect some more. High and inside 1-2.
No, actually,
at least for now they can reuse it.
Yeah.
Oh, they got one more.
There we go. Game's just getting canceled after this.
Yeah.
You know, we're just calling it. It's an official game at this point. Game's definitely got some good pace to it here after that first inning.
Zeros in every inning since. 2-2 the count. And the 2-2. Jung delivers. Upstairs. Gets away from Newbert, but doesn't matter. Nobody on.
Go. Win the battle. Stay positive on us.
And a full count. Cole Tancredi got his letters switched up as he swings and misses. 2 away. Cole Tancredi. I'm not quite sure where I was going with that.
Starting a new movement.
Yeah, maybe that's the way. Colin Moran, the batter, had a base hit to right field just a few innings ago. First pitch in the dirt. And 1-0 over to right field. A copy and paste base knock of his last. The 6th hit of the day for Archbishop Carroll, Danny McNally.
I wonder if we could potentially see stolen base here. We'll see if this is it for Devon Prep. I would guess probably not yet. They probably want to let Doyle throw a bit more. It looks like Doyle is waiting to find out if he's coming in yet.
Warm, though.
We're getting some handshakes, so I believe that'll be it for Liam Jung, who I thought was overall pretty good.
Some fist bumps as he'll head to the dugout.
I thought he pitched well. I thought he did a good job with the slider. You know, I think that first inning, that 2-run single was really the difference maker. But I thought he threw a good game. And at this point for Devon, if they lose, it's because their offense hasn't got going, not because of the pitching. So we'll see how Doyle's able to try and keep this at a 3-1 game and see if the offense can wake up.
Brenton Doyle, correct?
That is Brady Doyle. Brenton Doyle is the center fielder for the Rockies.
See, I knew the name from somewhere.
You had it. Yep, you were all over.
I've been playing too much MLB The Show. I'm not quite sure. I would never watch the Colorado Rockies.
Exactly. I'll take you down on the show if you want, though.
I don't know. I don't know that would happen.
Yeah, probably not. I don't know. I'm big on the. I play Road to the Show, or
okay. I'm a fan.
I play a lot of co-op with my.
So I as well. Me as well.
Might make a Delco Baseball Now team name. So
that would be good.
So then if anybody ever plays, from the area, I somehow get matched with somebody, they'll know. All right, while we get this pitching change here, let's check in on some scores around the area. The last time I checked, Haverford was leading Conestoga 7-0. That is now 9-0. Just a dominant performance by our new #1 team in the rankings over there at Haverford. Strathaven and Pencrest is now 9-3 Pencrest. We got Cardinal O'Hara just pouring it on Lansdale Catholic. That is now a 12-0 lead in the 4th inning for an O'Hara team that had some questions about offense. It doesn't look like it so far.
I can't say I'm surprised by that outing.
Against Lansdale?
Against Lansdale Catholic.
And
Lansdale Catholic,
Bonner,
don't get me wrong, a very solid team, but Cardinal O'Hara just has too much star power.
Yeah. Bonner and Wood are now tied 4-4. It was originally 4-0, and Bonner also has the bases loaded, no outs. So it looks like their offense finally found a little bit of spark. Great Valley leads Sun Valley 9-3 in the last game going on in the area.
Danny McNally, the batter. A new pitcher in, Brady Doyle. Not to be confused with Brenton.
Not to be confused with Brenton.
Colin Moran continues action in the bullpen. It's very possible we see him next inning in for Max Barnes. Inside to Doyle. Inside to McNally. That's Ryan Heffron on the base pass, who I believe not able to take swings for the Patriots. He's undergoing some sort of injury, but he's on the base pass right now and ready to go. Still got to lead speed.
Hey, he's trying to find a way to contribute to the team in any way possible.
That's all you can ask for. He wants to be out here every day. Give him something to do right here. Can't think of a better spot. My thoughts are that was Max Barnes' final inning.
I would think so. I think with the amount of handshakes and everything of people that have came up to him, I would imagine so.
And he did some great work. 1-1, 2 away. Pitch inside to McNally. Heffron going. He'll be there.
I think there's probably an argument that would have been his last batter in the fifth inning regardless.
Yeah. And he was able to get him. Tied batters getting ready to go. I believe it'll be Billy Degler to lead it off. He made the Delco Baseball Now.
He's on the graphic, that's
graphic.
Right. Yep.
As inside to McNally, able to get out of the way, falls to the turf.
I don't think he swung.
And the appeal.
I don't think he swung.
No swing, says the second base umpire.
It was definitely awkward, but I actually think he held that.
I agree.
Which is unorthodox, but I think somehow he was able to hold it.
Impressive.
Yeah.
3-1. Outside ball for McNally. Walks Max Barnes to the plate.
Barnes can really solidify a potential player of the game case if he gets a little knock here.
If he drives home an RBI, I think there's no doubt about it. I think he'd stamp himself.
I think. Of course, assuming that Carroll's able to close out this win.
Absolutely. That's the most important piece. Barnes has been a solid hitter this year. He had some struggles last season at the dish, but he was a young sophomore and only 14 in his sophomore season, and he's really picked it up at the plate since, as it's upstairs for
I'm not sure I agree with that upstairs call. That had some bite on that 12-6 there.
Had a lot of. That was good. I would throw that again. 1-1. And I think he did.
Looks like that one looked a little more slider-ish, and the one before looked more 12-6. Excuse me, 12-6.
You would know better than I do.
I think we're getting a quick mound visit. I think just to kind of calm him down, because he definitely wasn't happy about at least one of those strike calls.
Especially with Nick Gilroy on deck. We were talking in the break about potential player of the games, and you said if Nick Gilroy can drive home a couple more RBIs, he might have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I think if he were to get a 2-run single and ends up being a 5-1 win and he drove in 4 of those, it's tough because, the pitcher, they always are kind of in the driver's seat to be the player of the game, and also our last two player of the games were pitchers who also had big hits, but, so we'll see.
Let's see if Max Barnes can be another pitcher with a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, it can be tough for just an outright hitter to get it.
You rarely see guys that are only pitching in high school baseball. A lot of the guys are doing both. But there's a few that are like that in the Catholic League that are just pitching. One on Archbishop Carroll and Jack Stadnicki. And Bennett Bishop. Barnes ropes it to left. That should drive home a run. Heffron rounding third, headed home to throw to the plate. In time! What a throw! From left field to home to get Heffron. A good knock from Max Barnes. 3 away, 3-1 the score in favor of Archbishop Carroll. We head top 6.
Hope that doesn't.
Colin Moran takes over for Max Barnes. Barnes takes over to play first, just as we suspected. Moran having a solid year on the mound. .75 earned run average. He's got 1 win, 1 loss. Obviously, his best outing was in that first game against Germantown Friends. He's appeared 3 times this year. Played against Quakertown, pitched against Quakertown, pitched against Father Judge, pitched against Germantown Friends. 2 more warm-up pitches for Moran as Patriots were gunned going from second to home, and the left fielder got him. It was a great effort from the Devon Prep Tide to keep this at a 3-1 game. Colin Moran in relief. Patriots take a team mound visit. Colin Moran, once again, the new pitcher, facing off against the second hitter in the order, Billy Degler. Moran's first pitch, upstairs, out of the glove of McNally. If only the Patriots had a left-handed pitcher come in use right here.
Guess we'll have him pretty soon, right?
That's true. They'll have Bennett Bishop returning very soon from Tommy John surgery.
Long time coming watching him pitch in Delco. You know, Duke recruit, missed his whole junior year. Do you know where he is originally from?
He is from Virginia, I believe. Yes. And now down here, committed to play baseball at Duke. Jack Stadnicki up and ready to throw in the bullpen. I don't see a world where he comes in with 2 innings, but 3-0 the count. Moran trying to ease in. Ball 4, walks the first batter. It's Billy Degler. And now the designated hitter, Matt McHugh. It's our favorite set of batting helmets.
Yeah, and I think for the Carroll side of things, you wanted to try and avoid using him if possible. But I could see the leash being fairly short here, just really trying to lock down this win.
Now the Carroll dugout, and Coach Coyle telling Stadnicki, you got to speed it up over there. As the throw, not in time. Degler steals second. They're telling him you got to speed it up, and he's over there warming up, doing his thing, but they're saying you need to speed up your warm-up process because there's a really high chance we use you in this ball game. 0-1 the count. Runner on second. And it's hit over to second, caught by Evans, and now dropped out of his hand. But that is an out, signaled by the second base umpire.
I got an out on the transfer here. That's what I'm saying, and I believe that is what they're calling as well. I saw the transfer and a catch. Not too much arguing besides the normal, just coaches trying to argue for their players. I don't think they were too passionate about that one.
I respect that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to listen. No matter what, you got to battle for your guys. But I think for that, at some point you have to have some feel and be like, maybe we're not.
Maybe we're wrong here.
Yeah, like maybe we're not going to try and embarrass ourselves.
Stadnicki says he's ready to go. Gets 2 more balls now. Getting 3 balls. What is he going to do? A 3-ball drill up there?
Full count coming.
Yeah. 0-0 to John Dugan with a runner on second. Dugan had a triple to right field.
That could really change the game if he has another hit in the gap.
As it's 2-0 to Dugan. Stadnicki full speed now in the Patriots bullpen. Keep an eye out as Pat Dunn heads to the mound. Is this it for Colin Moran? Do they go to Jack Stadnicki already?
In the middle of an at-bat, let's see.
I don't think so. They might have him stick this one out.
Yeah, Stadnicki still looks like he's kind of ramping it up over there with the poor catcher not wearing a face mask. Looks terrified.
Not even a catcher, a second baseman, or playing everywhere. Dalton Haley catching over there.
Dalton looks like he'd rather be anywhere else in the world right now.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah. For right now, got some work to do.
Well, they got both the catchers on the roster on the field right now. And Ryan McGoy at third base and Danny McNally behind the dish. 2-1 as Moran delivered a strike on the last pitch. Moran steps back. Nobody near the second base bag. 2-1, runner going, pops straight in the air. He's got to get back. Devon will field it. He'll make the catch, and Degler will be back.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough thing when you're a hitter there because you see the runner basically already has the base stolen, but you also you see a pitch that you want to hit. Obviously not the swing he wanted on it, but when you see that situation, you think, all right, well, base hit can get that run in for sure.
Yeah.
I know our runner on second base is probably wishing that pitch was taken so he could steal third.
You could see his frustration as he kind of talks about it to his first base coach and how he had that bag. He's going again. McNally, the throw, had to try to get it behind Alex Hanna, the right-hand hitter.
Bit of a half-hearted throw there. I think in that scenario, you're probably better off just holding on.
The Tide have had this exact same situation multiple times in this game. Runner on third, 2 away, and they just haven't been able to drive in that run. And that has been the difference. 2-0 the count. 2-0 in there for a strike. Two one in there for a strike. 2-2 the count. 2-2, 2 away. Runner on third. Moran shakes off McNally 3 times. Now ready to go. The 2-2. Swung on and hammered to left. Devon under it, now coming in. Wynn possibly taking it. He'll make the catch. And the Patriots and Colin Moran get out of the 6th inning with no runs allowed. We head bottom 6. Patriots lead 3-1. Nick Gilroy leads off the bottom of the 6th inning as we approach the final inning of play. Don't even get a proper 7-inning stretch in high school baseball.
No. Also, shout out Nick Gilroy for his work with the Miracle League, Delaware County.
Very true. Saw him out there as he gets drilled, and he sprints to first base with the enthusiasm. But as we were saying, I saw him out there a little bit this year. He is doing some good work out there.
I don't know if he'll be able to hold a microphone in the post-game interview at this point.
True. Rick Evans.
I know Carroll would love to have another insurance run here going into the 7th.
It definitely wouldn't hurt, but Devon Prep have been stuck on 2 hits for majority of this game since the 3rd inning.
I think Dugan's triple was the last run or last base hit that they had.
And Archbishop Carroll with 7 hits, and their only run allowed on that error. They're in a good spot. 1-0 to Evans. In there for a strike.
Looks like we're likely going to see Colin Moran start the 7th inning again, but Jack Stadnicki is certainly warmed up and ready to go.
He looks like he's still in the bullpen, but he's ready to go at this point. And no doubt Colin Moran starts inning 7.
Finally getting some sun back out here.
That's the truth.
Don't hate the idea of the bunt there. You're really trying to get 1 run across. But now you got to try and find a way to at least put the ball in play, and if you can get Gilroy over to second if possible.
1-2. No outs. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Evans down looking. As
I think he called that on the pitch, right?
Yeah.
I think it was on the pitch.
No swing. Ryan McGoy gets the inside scoop from Rick Evans and gets ready to go. One away. Pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0. Runner going, it's Gilroy, and he just avoided the double play. As McGoy thrown out at first, but that was going to be the inning-ending double play.
Yeah, I think both teams are pretty okay with that result there. On the Carroll side, you now have runner in scoring position, 2 outs, hit gets him in for Devon. Obviously, double play would have been great. I'm not sure it was hit hard enough to get it with the way he was charging. He would have had to kind of throw it behind him a little bit. But either way, Devon 1 out away, Carroll 1 hit away from a 3-0 or a 3-run lead that at this rate feels a lot bigger than 3.
Especially if they bring in Jack Stadnicki, who continues to pump strikes in the bullpen with Danny McNally now catching. At least you got a catcher with a face mask on back there.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to guess, especially with the at minimum 2-run lead, could be 3. Their mindset might be to have Moran start, and then the first base runner to get on, you bring in Stadnicki, because even a solo homer doesn't kill you, right?
That's very true. I believe Hannah ended that last inning, correct? So it'll be Tesfaye, who is a left-hander, I believe. I'm not quite sure.
We got a lot of lefties on this team. It's hard to keep track.
Only seen him bat 4 times.
Yeah,
but
right.
It's hard to remember all that he's done. As Davin, even in the count 1-1, 2 away. One outside, 2-1. Patriots have been very disciplined at the plate today. Both teams.
Yeah, haven't seen too many, really bad swings on either side.
Devon calls time. As he's ahead in the count, 2-1. 2 away, runner on second. It's Nick Gilroy. And the 2-1 in the dirt. 3-1. Gavin Moore on deck.
I'm going to imagine we're getting a strike here. You really don't want to get 2 runners on here for Moore, especially at the bottom of the order.
Could get dangerous. Ball 4. Gavin Moore now ready to go.
Not really seeing any bullpen action for Devon here. It seems like this is Doyle's game for the time being.
Looks like there could be a possible pinch hitter for Callan Moran. In the hole is Shane Panici instead of the normal 3-hole hitter, as it's Gavin Moore who nearly reached on a strike 3 wild pitch. 0-0. Moore swings at the first pitch, 0-1. There's another train. Update our counter.
I think it's at least 5, maybe. Definitely 4.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch it.
Yeah,
I'm
why not?
I'm going to let you know. 0-1.
I'll make a graphic for it.
Outside, that's what we need. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 more. Cut on and missed. 1-2, the count. Moore's been getting in a lot of off-season work, preparing for the season, over with Dominic Brown, former Philadelphia.
Yeah, I got his jersey in my closet somewhere. I doubt it still fits.
Rookie of the month, I believe. He had a fantastic May, I believe.
Yeah, my birthday was June.
As the 1-2 hit into right. Will it drop? It will. Gilroy coming home. Will he be in there? Yes, he will. Moore headed to second. No throw. Runners on second and third. Nick Gilroy comes around. It's an RBI single and I guess advance. Could you call it a double? I'm not sure.
I'm going single and advancing on the throw, but also great throw from Johnny Dugan. It took a bit of a short hop, which seemed to kind of handcuff Newbert a bit, but a really great throw. And again, from your probably Wednesday starting pitcher for Devon, just an unfortunate kind of short hop that it took there. If you don't play on this field very often, the turf can kind of be a little bit different than the Devon turf, from my experience on playing on both.
How big is that run?
Looks like we'll get
as
quick man. Oh, are they intentionally walking?
They're going to the mound.
I think Tancredi thought he was being intentionally walked.
I think he thought that as well. As here comes Stadnicki out onto the field. But I think they just wanted to talk things
honestly,
over.
with second and third and a pinch hitter on deck, it wouldn't be the dumbest idea ever with the base open. I don't think that's what's happening, but I mean, a base hit.
Somebody that hasn't gotten to hit and see Doyle yet.
I mean, a base hit here for Carroll had them feeling really good.
How big is that extra run that they just got?
I mean, that was our first run since the bottom of the first.
Yeah.
And a really good piece of hitting with 2 strikes. He adjusted to the fact that they were going away on him. In his last at-bat, he did not adjust very well. In this at-bat, he did.
First pitch to Tancredi. Doyle kicks, steals on its way. Cut on, missed, gets away for a brief moment from Newbert, but he's able to hold on to it and get back. Count 0-1 to Tancredi. Runners on second and third as he swings and misses at strike 2. 0-2 the count. Gavin on third, Moore on second. Gavin Moore with the first RBI since inning number 1 for the Patriots. Bottom of the first. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Tancredi down looking as the Patriots defense now heads out to the turf and trying to take home a victory when we come back top 7. Colin Moran will start the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, we know Jack Stadnicki is ready to go if needed. I think that extra insurance run definitely has the leash a little longer as Carroll looks to try and win 2 games this week, right? You got to think about not just today. You got to think about Wednesday as well against that is Roman Catholic coming up.
Moran fires on the first pitch to Tesfaye, and he is a right-hander.
Definitely a little bit different speed, different pitcher than Max Barnes.
0-1. In there for strike 2. Just caught the inside corner. Not a lot of speed on that.
No, but look, you throw strikes and,
See what can happen?
Yeah, see if they can hit it.
0-2.
So,
In the dirt. Nice pick by McNally.
Yeah, over the course of the first 6 innings, they haven't, right?
1-2. Moran got them going. Tesfaye down on strikes. 1 away for the Patriots. Colin Moran. Do they need to even go to Stadnicki, who awaits at the very end of the dugout, sitting on a miniature stool? It's Austin Conatee who takes strike 1. Moran has picked up the pace in throwing strikes so far, as he gets Conatee going. 0-2. The 0-2 to Conatee. Moran shakes off McNally, finally agrees. Timeout called by Conatee. And both pitcher and batter will reset. 0-2 in the dirt. 1-2, just low. I could see the argument from the Patriots, but from right here, I don't see that being a strike.
No, and the zone's been pretty good today.
1-2. Strike 3 called. Got him looking. Austin Conatee down on strikes. Back-to-back strikeouts for Colin Moran here in the top of the 7th. 1 out away from victory. First pitch to Will Newbert, 3 straight right-handers, is a swing and a miss. 0-1. The 0-1. Cut on, lifted into right center, and it'll be a base hit for the Devon Prep Tide.
Might have a pinch hitter here.
We do. I believe we do have a pinch hitter. It is number 11, if you could.
Let's see if I can find it. We have Clancy is the last name for our hitter right here.
Okay. Strike one on the outside corner to
That is Sean Clancy.
to Sean Clancy. 0-1. In the dirt, gets away from McNally. There will be no throw. Pinch runner in for Newbert. And the 1-1 to Clancy. Fired. Cut on and missed. 1-2. Patriots now one strike away from winning this thing. What do you think they do?
Ooh, we'll see. I think we see a ball put in play.
Patriot defenders on their toes. The 1-2. Swung on and missed, and the Archbishop Carroll Patriots close things out with a 4-1 victory over the Devon Prep Tide. What a win for the Patriots in 7 innings, 4-1 the final score.
It was just a really well-rounded effort by Carroll. I mean, their pitchers threw strikes. They got the clutch hits when they needed it, and that's really what separated it because, the hit column, it ended up being 8-3 in favor of Carroll, but really it was the two-out hits, right? Nick Gilroy's hit with 2 outs turned it from 1-1 to 3-1. Then you had Gavin Moore single with 2 outs, made it 4-1. That was really the difference today, and it's a great win for Carroll to get their first PCL win of the year.
A very good effort from both teams. Overall, 3 hits for the Tide, 8 hits for the Patriots. A little bit of that home field advantage. They did not have to use Jack Stadnicki, so he can go all the way for the Patriots on Wednesday. A couple of Carroll grads in the Devon Prep Tide dugout. They get some handshakes from Pat Dunn as both teams break off into their huddles. Thank you all for joining us here. A combined collaboration between Delco Baseball Now and Carroll Sports Media. It was really, really fun. For Brendan Ricciardi, you got anything more?
No, I appreciate you taking the time to do this, and I know we'll get you back on another game soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Nicholas Master-Polito, and until next time, from the Hill or wherever the next game of the week is for Delco Baseball Now.